Hey, friend. Welcome to Purpose Unlocked, the space where dreamers, doers, and changemakers like you come to build legacies that truly matter. I'm Christy Smith, your anti cookie cutter coach, sustainable legacy builder, and author of The Intuitive Entrepreneur, here to help you build a business that doesn't just look good on paper, but feels good in your bones. If you've ever felt that quiet pull for more purpose, more freedom, more impact, you're in the right place. Every week, we'll have real, unfiltered conversations about what it takes to build a purpose-driven business and a life that actually feels good. You'll hear stories, strategies, and mindset shifts from visionaries who are redefining success their own way, authentically, intentionally, and unapologetically. Because this isn't just about growing a business, it's about creating a legacy that lasts. So take a breath, grab your coffee, and let's unlock your purpose together. Energy will change soon. There will be more movement, more opportunity, more requests, and this episode is about preparing, not by hustling, but by deciding. Direction isn't something you figure out in the moment. It's something you decide before pressure arrives. And winter helps you define what you say no to, what pace you protect, what values guide your choices. This prevents reactive decision making later. So let's talk this through. When boundaries are set in advance, decisions become simple because you're not negotiating with a sense of urgency, but you're honoring alignment. Okay. So taking those ones that I mentioned before, right? Defining what you say no to. This is saying no. Like, is it too much work? Do you already have something else? Does it not align with your values? Does it not align with your ethics? Like, you need to know what you're going to say no to. What are your non-negotiables, right? What does your calendar look like? Do you already have a family event then? Do you have something you want to do? Did you already schedule that you're going to be on vacation, right? And the pace. What pace do you want to operate at? We've been talking about this all month here in January and scheduling rest and what is sustainable. So as you're moving out of resting and private visioning, like what is that pace you want to go at, right? Yes, we all get it. There's going to be seasons where you're super busy. There's going to be seasons when things pop up, family-wise, health-wise, that you didn't know about when you set your vision. But what is the pace that you want to protect? What is the pace that's vital to you? Do you need the rest? How much rest? When is too much, right? And what values guide your choices? Are you just going to say yes to everything? No matter what opportunities are put in front of you? Like does it have to be in alignment? What are those values, right? If one of your values is that, that it has to be something that's aligned, then that gives you the choice to say no to something that is not aligned. Whether that alignment is pace, whether it's a value you hold dear, like honesty, integrity, transparency, those types of values. It's all about what's helping you make the best decisions for you, right? So here's some reflection questions that will help you know when it comes to decision-making time. We're in winter, spring is coming up next. And spring is when there's growth and opportunities. And so we want to just make sure that we're prepared. So here's some questions to ask yourself. Number one, what kind of pace do I want this year? In the last episode, I talked about people scheduling time into their calendar. You don't want to work in the mornings. You want to take Friday afternoons off. You want to go hard for so many weeks out of the quarter or out of the year, and then you're going to take time off. What does that look like? What does that pace look like? Because that pace will also dictate, when are you launching? When are you doing your live things? Do you need to transition and do more hybrid? Like, it helps set the tone for so many other things. Number 2 reflection question. What am I no longer available for? And I want you guys to think deep about this one. What opportunities are you no longer available for? What kind of drama and chaos are you no longer available for? And it can be as simple as you no longer allow people to cancel 2 hours, 4 hours, 24 hours. Pick your time limit when they have an appointment with you. I'm going to tell you, my hairstylist, my facialist, like your doctors, you guys, they all have cancellation policies. If you cancel in the 24 hours or 36 hours or whatever it happens to be for them, there's you don't get the appointment and you have to pay. So maybe you're no longer available for those last minute cancellations and changes because you've done all the work ahead of time to get ready for that appointment. And you've ordered the supplies or whatever. Same with the products, like cancellations within X amount of time. Like, maybe you're just not going to do that anymore because it's a lot of effort. Maybe you design cupcakes or bake cakes and whatever it happens to be. Like, hey, you told me the design, you approved the design, we're not making changes because I have all the things. I don't know. Maybe that's what you're no longer available for. Choose what you're no longer available for. And again, think simple. And number 3, what decision can I make now that future me will thank me for? So what decision can you make right now that in the future you will say, hey, thank goodness I made that decision. That was the smartest decision I've ever made. All right, those are your reflection questions. And as usual, we have 3 action items for you. Today, tomorrow, sometime this week. Action item number 1, write a when things get busy agreement with yourself. Okay. This is an activity I have a lot of my clients do, especially if they're the overachiever, burnout, type A, whatever you want to call it, running around like a chicken with our head cut off. Because yes, I'm in that group. And I have to do this with myself all the time. So the agreement is structured like this. When things get busy, I will do X. Okay. Now, fit into a couple categories with your X, and it can be more than one thing, right? I will schedule time off. I will go on a walk. I will take a break. I will, something to give yourself a pause. Typically, I usually require something along those lines. I also require a celebration. If you are busy, that usually means you have had success. And we need to celebrate that success. And I guess I do need to clarify what type of busy is it? Are you just busy doing tasks, or are you busy like in your core genius zone, right? Like I'm busy because I have all these people who want to work with me, or they all want my product, or they all want whatever it happens to be, right? So there's kind of different busies, right? But do celebrate that success. Whatever the celebration is for you and how you want to celebrate it, right? Do you take yourself out for a nice dinner? Do you buy the special chocolates that you like, or do you whatever it is? You can be like, "Hey, my celebration is I am going to launch X." So, number 2 action item. Choose one non-negotiable boundary. I alluded to this earlier about the cancellation policy, the make changes policy. In the construction industry, they have change orders. You see this in IT, things like that as well, where you have to, if there's a change that needs to be made, you come back to this table and you negotiate it. You don't get to make changes for free in either one of those. Oh, you need this changed? Okay, that's going to take X amount of time and it is going to cost you X. Your time is valuable. Your knowledge is valuable. So maybe it's that. Maybe your non-negotiable boundary is I don't answer messages after X time any day. I don't respond to messages on the weekends. I don't respond to requests on the weekends. What is one non-negotiable boundary? Now, you guys, boundaries are for you. Let's make sure we understand that. People can still message you outside your office hours. You are choosing not to respond. So the boundary is for you, not for them, right? Just be clear about that. And action item number 3 is what about that boundary and about that agreement. So the agreement was the number 1, the boundary was the number 2. What about them are going to guide your future choices? Right? So state that. Hey, this boundary is going to guide my future choices because this agreement with myself is going to guide my future choices because it's generally going to center somewhere around, caring about yourself. You are your most important asset in your business, things like that. But what else? Dig into that a little bit. Okay, those are your action items. To wrap up this episode, and this is all of our January episodes, winter gives you clarity, and vision gives you direction. You don't have to rush in to the new year. You already know how you want to move because of the work that we've done this year. February is not spring yet. And we'll address that when we get to February, but just realize it's not spring yet here in the northern hemisphere. It's still winter, still cold. It can still snow. So we're still in winter, but just know we're not rushing. We have a process, and your vision is important. Thank you for tuning in to Purpose Unlocked. I'm so glad you're here. Every time you press play, you're choosing to invest in your growth, your purpose, and the legacy you're meant to create. That matters. If something in today's episode resonated, take a moment to share it with someone who needs to hear it, because when one of us rises, we all rise. And if you haven't already, hit follow, leave a review, or share your biggest takeaway on social. I love hearing what's landing for you. Remember, you weren't made to blend in. You were made to lead, to create, and to build something that lasts. So take what you've learned today, trust your intuition, and go make bold moves toward your purpose. I'm Christy Smith, your anti-cookie cutter coach and sustainable legacy builder, reminding you that your dream isn't just possible, it's waiting for you to claim it. Let's keep unlocking purpose together.